I've been getting a ton of questions about how to loosen your hip joints and how to get more range of motion out of your hips. I would love to give you guys one specific routine to do to help loosen your hips by tightening the muscles that support your hips. In this way, we avoid stretching and we avoid foam rolling, we avoid desensitizing your muscles. I want to avoid loosening your muscles and instead tighten your muscles. And the reason for that is, say I had a tripod and there were 3 bolts going into the ground, and 2 of the bolts were quite loose and 1 of the bolts was very strong and tight into the ground. And something were to hit the tripod repeatedly, this being your body and the muscles being how tight the screws are into the ground, how stable the equipment is. Now, if I were to loosen the tight one, now the entire tripod is unstable. Or if I were to strengthen or tighten the 2 that were loose, now they can spread the tension evenly and worry a lot less about injuries, discomfort, etc., etc. Always consult your medical professional if you have any questions, because obviously mine are just opinions. Let's just say that you sit down often, whether that's driving a lot, sitting down at a desk, or for one reason or another you don't get into the gym or get to move your hips very often. I'm going to start you guys with the seated part, and then we're going to go into the standing part. The first exercise we're going to do is going to be laying on your back here. Find a nice, clean, comfortable area to sit in. And all you're going to do is you're going to bend your knees, and then slowly, one leg at a time, you're going to raise your knee up towards your chest. And then I want you to bring this knee, by using these muscles, up towards your chest. We're going to hold that, squeezing these muscles, not relaxing. We're just gently squeezing and then slowly coming down. We're going to do that 3 times on that side. Here's the second one. Bringing it down. This is you looking at your cell phone while you're doing this guy. Watching me do it so you can do it at the same time. It's 3. Go ahead and reverse if you need to, so you can do this from with me. We're going to do the left side, same thing. Bringing it up, bringing it to that end range of motion. As far as you can go comfortably without excessive tension, squeezing all these muscles in through here. Bringing it down, just tapping the ground, and then coming back up all the way, squeezing these muscles, bringing it down, nice and gentle. One more time, all the way up. Squeezing these muscles, really getting into that hip flexion, using all these guys, bringing it down, nice and gentle. Second exercise we're going to do, we're going to take one hip, we're going to bring it straight out to your side, just like that. We're really focusing on using these muscles. It doesn't have to be as far as you can go. I'm using my heel, I'm pushing into the ground there so I can get some friction, and then I'm squeezing these muscles and contracting those guys. And then really slowly, as I start to fatigue, I'm going to bring my leg in. Gently, I'm going to bring that leg out. I'm going to push into the ground, squeeze these muscles out here on the sides of my hip. And nice and gentle. One more time. Squeezing these muscles, gentle, gentle. I'm not trying to fatigue them a lot. I'm not trying to push through anything. If there's any pain, just shorten the range, so don't go quite as far. You don't have to go as far as I'm going. And then same thing on the left side, doing 3. So out, squeezing these muscles nice and gentle on the outside of my hips over here. And bringing it in. Bringing it out, squeezing these muscles on the outside of the hips. Bringing it in as you fatigue. Bringing it out last time. I'm not going full range, I'm going 80% or so. And then nice and gentle, bringing it in. And then I'm going to come here, bend both knees again. And on this one, I'm going to focus on using my knee extensors or my quads. There's a whole separate video for this. If you guys haven't seen it, you can get some more info on your quads, your knees, and your lower leg. So getting your feet working, your ankles. So nice and gentle for this one. I'm actually going to take one leg, and I'm going to straighten that leg. And what I'm going to focus on here is locking this knee and getting these various quad muscles to engage, and I'm just going to bend it. Nice and easy. Out, squeeze. I'm alternating on this one because it's a little more challenging. Bring it down, up, and squeeze. Bringing it down, up, squeeze. Bringing it down, up, squeeze. Bring it down, up, squeeze. Bringing it down. Awesome. Next version's going to be standing. You have a long day at work, you've been sitting for a long time, and you just want to get your hips to stay mobile for the rest of your life, and you just want to get like a quick loosening. This is what you can do for these guys by tightening these muscles. You can get a loosening effect or feeling pretty quickly. So you're going to want something to stabilize you, i.e. I'm going to use this glass board post here. And what we're going to do is we're going to come out straight in front, and we're going to draw a semicircle around us. So right here, I'm focusing on the inside leg muscles, and then I'm going to focus on my quad muscles here as I slowly draw a circle around my body, almost like I'm doing some kind of Chinese calligraphy with my toes, and I'm trying to relax the foot to the best of my ability, so I'm more so drawing with my hip. So the key is, when I come here, I've got all the tension here, and as I go around this circle, the tension shifts and the muscles shift as far as where my focus is. So as I draw around, it's in the glutes, now it's coming to the side of the hip that we worked on the ground, now it's coming all the way to the front that we worked when our knees were bent, we were doing the quad exercise. Perfect. And we're going to want to do 3 of these in a row, so this is the third one here. And then we just switch directions, we do the exact same thing. So it's here, focusing here, bringing it around, letting the tension shift as I draw this circle. Now, you do not have to push end range of motion on this guy. You can just do about 80% of the motion, which is what I'm doing right here. And just focusing on feeling the muscles. Honestly, just feeling the muscles, just causing that stimulation is all it takes to get major benefits from doing exercise and priming. Now, this exercise, this around the world exercise with your hips, is just wonderful. Definitely do this one every day. If you find yourself in an elevator or in a parking lot or any time where you have a second with your hips, just do this exercise. I promise it's going to keep them a lot healthier, a lot happier. That being said, never push through pain, right? If you have any kind of tension or soreness, just reduce the range of motion. You do not have to draw as large of a circle. I promise you'll get there over time. The last exercise we're going to do for opening up our hips and just getting a quick hip flexion release feeling is going to be torso rotations. So you're just here, standing, and all you're going to do is you're going to keep your hips facing directly forward. We're going to rotate one direction. Once again, you do not have to rotate end range. Just go where you feel comfortable and make sure you can feel all of these muscles participating in that rotation motion. We're going to come back to neutral. We're going to rotate the other direction. We're getting all these guys to fire and just making sure you can feel them as you're rotating. Coming back to neutral. We're doing that 3 times each direction. You guessed it. And then here, rotating, hips stay forward. Key thing I like to think about is when I rotate my upper body to the right, I'm rotating my lower body to the left. Back. Last rep here. Almost getting a little crampy there. I probably shouldn't be doing that range. Awesome, awesome. And that's it. Very simple, very quick, very easy to do almost anywhere. If you guys can't lay down to do any exercises, that's perfectly okay. Feel free to do the seated or the standing exercises only.